On this episode of Wormhole Watch, we are starting Season 2 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, titled The Homecoming. IMDb's description. Word that a previously thought dead Bajoran resistance legend is still alive since Major Kira and Chief O'Brien took Cardassia IV to rescue him. Meanwhile, the Circle, a sect of Bajoran supremacists, which is intent on removing all alien influence from Bajor and Deep Space Nine, is trying to sneak into power. This is the season premiere of Season 2. It is the first part of a 3-episode arc. We will be seeing returning guest stars from last season and a major guest star who is uncredited in his significant role in this episode. It's a really good episode to watch. We have a lot of fun watching and have a lot of discussions on which goes off the rails, but don't just watch us watch the show. Go watch it yourself. You can find it on various streaming platforms, and of course you can find it on physical media, because then you will always have it. It's always important to watch good Star Trek in whatever form you can find it. And that's exactly what we're going to do, because we're about to start the episode right now.
My God, they're going into the wormhole at full impulse.
But I actually was working on something. I wanted to see, want to get your guys' opinion. Okay. All right. So let me know what you guys think.
That's awesome.
I like it.
As long as it passes copyright, that's awesome.
As long as it passes copyright, we're fine.
Yeah.
That's the only problem. That's the only problem. So we are beginning the second season right now. This is an episode called The Homecoming. Adam and I both know there's a major guest star in this who is an unlisted guest star. This is the beginning of a 3-episode arc. And
so why unlist him?
Because you need
to
be surprised when he shows up. You were like, oh shit, hell yeah.
This is a very Bajoran heavy 3-episode arc.
Oh no. Or
and
yes.
I am so excited for something. So excited.
Sometimes I think there's no pleasing you. Right?
Like a woman.
Holy smother.
He's starting Season 2 out. Byron.
From now on, you and I are going to be friends.
Oh, dear God.
You're right.
we know Quark's up to something. It's fair.
Oh yeah, he's a little shyster extraordinaire over here.
Although Odo is like, I legitimately don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah, he's still trying to sniff out a problem that's sure to happen with. Whoa! Hello there.
Who's she?
Hi, Quark. Okay.
What is she?
Yeah, that's gonna be my next question.
She's fantastic.
Oh my God.
To Bajor.
Ships go back and forth from there all the time. Why?
That's a great question. Why? Why would they? There's nothing there. Just rock. Just dirt and rocks.
And weird tribal villages.
And rubble. And idiots who listen to storytellers. The Mintakans are more advanced than those grub-eating rat pawns.
Scenery.
It was given to me by a maintenance worker on Cardassia IV.
What?
It's a fantastic place. I've holidayed there.
Oh, really? Is it a fantastic place, a holiday?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Brad knows
Is
something.
it very advanced?
Not like
as opposed to the stick and huts that they have on Bajor?
We're in for some
anything would be more advanced than that.
Hitman, I think you're in for some trouble.
Tread carefully.
What is this?
You were about to say hello there. You were about to say hello there.
No, I was not.
You were.
Figure out where those grubby mittens were that were holding up.
You didn't recognize the Bajoran symbol right there?
No, but I recognize the Al Pacino hairstyle.
This is now the first time we're seeing Kira's religious side.
That is actually true.
Last season we didn't touch it, and now it's going to be something important. It's not always going to be there, but it's now going to be an underlying layer to her character that she is religious, that she does care about it, and eventually it will be a factor in her relationship with Sisko.
Mm-hmm. And other people as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh.
Where did you get that?
Adventure time.
Let's go.
We're going to this great resort that Hitman says is so wonderful.
It's definitely better than the thatch huts and dirty ponds we have on Bajor.
Cesspool. You meant to say cesspool.
Cesspool. I'm sorry. Sewage plants, basically, right?
More or less.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Why would you say that?
Because I know exactly what you're doing.
What? What am I doing? I'm not doing
Oh,
anything.
the Cardassians are gonna be trash, aren't they?
Any thoughts why Kira's so concerned about a earring?
I can only guess that it might relate to a family or loved one of some kind. I can only guess.
Somebody's paw on it.
Especially
Get
for
it?
her to rush
Oh.
off so quickly. So
All right, notice right here. Notice here. Ira Stephen Bear now taking a very front seat in writing this stuff. There you go. This is where we get good stuff.
He will become the showrunner. He will become the showrunner.
Because you're too young to take a girl to the Hollow Suites.
Okay, then how about if I take her to our quarters?
Oh, no.
You're not ready for that, my boy. You're not ready for that. You're not.
I'm just like, you know what though? I do love the interaction between Sisko and Jake. Like it is just like generally like more of a wholesome, true family than we've used to seeing in a lot of sci-fi,
and just shows in general.
Yeah.
I can see you're not ready to have this conversation yet.
I'm not ready.
Wow, you just shut this down.
Oh shit! Look at the look I paused on Kira.
Even she's like, "Holy shit! What did I just step into?"
I can't loan you a Starfleet runabout without knowing where you plan on taking it.
To Cardassia IV to rescue a Bajoran prisoner of war.
God. Shut.
Let's go see once again. What a great resort.
Oh no! Oh no! Hitman is he's bottoming out.
Things are not good on the Hitman front here.
Hitman, are you okay? Oh, he's muted himself.
He muted himself.
Brad, it's only going to get worse as the seasons go on. Only going to get worse.
Wait, it's going to get worse this episode.
I know, but I mean, it's only going to get worse. He knows not where he treads.
That is the insignia of lean malice.
The resistance leader?
The greatest we ever had.
What?
Nothing. She's like a dude. It's like an infected hair, like on your buttocks that will not go away unless it's surgically removed. And even if it's surgically removed, it still comes back.
I've never had this thing. What is going on here? Infected hair on my butt. What?
God, why did I pause?
Is this like a Cardassian problem?
No.
Provisional government is made up of political opportunists. Since the loss of the Kai, the situation has only gone from bad to worse.
This is exactly what we were talking about at the season finale. Bajor is in crisis since the guy's been gone.
Right.
That's a great pause there too.
Yeah. Jesus. How do I do this?
You have a talent for it. It's just
Yeah,
like
you-
unconscious.
It's subconscious.
Yeah.
But what I want to point out though, because Adam and I talk about it, it's just like the ongoing storyline that is present in Deep Space Nine that we don't have present in Next Gen. Because there's themes and stories continuing. Remember the last episode we had the Vedic Wind come and she was all upset about the school teaching not Bajoran theology,
Right.
and then the assassination attempt on Vedic Baral because he's a leading candidate to become Kai. So this all ties in. That's the thing I like about Deep Space Nine, that they're like sprinkling it in. It will become more prominent later on, but they're sprinkling it in. So like if you're watching the show, you're getting the themes, you're getting the overall story, which is very different from the way Star Trek has been presented up to this point. I don't know what to say about the face. God damn it.
Listen, I've seen that face in private. Don't worry, it's a good face.
Well, that's your that's your teenage fantasy stuff. Let's not go there.
Yes.
They call themselves the Circle.
They're an extremist faction who believe in Bajor for the Bajorans.
Any comment, Hitman? Bajoran supremacists?
I mean,
Well,
if they want a planet for themselves, why not?
Peppers. What did he say?
It's called the Circle. They are basically Bajoran supremacists. Bajor for Bajorans only.
Oh yeah, eradicate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say let them have their own planet, but all right.
Why?
Why shouldn't they be allowed their own home?
Because they're Bajoran.
I think Hitman is seeing things.
I don't know. He hasn't seen anything yet. He as far as I can tell, they want to go to Cardassia IV, which he said is a wonderful place. And we have Bajoran supremacists who think they're better than everyone else. And he knows that's not true, correct?
Yes. Okay. There's something about I'm suspecting something's gonna happen though.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
You just seem very facetious.
Me?
Yes.
It's odd.
So surprising for Brad.
Cardassia IV, you're saying, oh, it's so beautiful.
No, you said it was beautiful. You said it's a wonderful place. You've been there before.
Then we have these Bajoran Third Reich supremacists.
Actually, that's probably not, honestly, that's kind of a appropriate description. Just like Bajoran supremacists, they think Bajor for Bajor. Everyone should be off the planet. They're not Bajorans.
They attacked Cardassia IV, didn't they?
I've seen how the Cardassians treat their prisoners. No one should have to suffer like that.
Yeah, Chief O'Brien, he hates them spoonheads.
Yeah, that's actually true. Wait, you remember that episode, Hitman, don't you? With the USS Phoenix?
He's faced the Cardies in ground-to-ground combat.
Captain Maxwell, USS Phoenix.
Yeah. That's like the turd stain on the USS Enterprise's underwear.
Wow. I think Hitman's world is starting to crumble.
We're getting some serious coke here.
Oh, Maxwell was pro Cardassia.
What?
Is that what the episode in TNG? Maxwell?
No.
Captain Maxwell was killing Cardassians left and right. He was going to destroy the truce between Federation and Cardassia.
Oh, that's right. I do remember. It's the Wounded.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, okay. Yes,
it's the Wounded. Correct.
He should have been tried in a tribunal and executed for his crimes against Cardassia Prime.
Well, I don't know that he should have been tried and executed, but he was
okay. Well, he should have been tried.
I don't disagree that there should.
What do you call a military? Like a court
martial.
Yes. Thank you, court martial.
That must be Cardassia IV.
We're in synchronous orbit above the Hutat.
It's the next Ryza.
Whoa. I'm sorry. I want to go back a second. Hold on.
We're in synchronous orbit above the Hutat labor camp.
It's a job fair.
That's right, job fair.
Why is he saying labor camp?
Wow, there must be a reason for it. Unless he's
propaganda.
He's just bought so into the Bajoran propaganda, he just keeps repeating the lie, much like a lot of memes. He can't help himself.
There must be about a dozen Bajoran prisoners down there.
Oh,
well, this looks lovely.
Back to work.
He had a bug on him.
He had a
wait. So you have to use a disruptor rifle to get a bug off?
Have you not seen the
It's
bugs?
a big bug, obviously.
Have you not seen the bugs in Australia?
This is Australia. This is Cardassia IV.
Did you not see that bug on his shoulder?
And last I checked, 90% of Australia is just basically a hellscape.
I get.
Okay,
guys,
fine. Call it a love tap.
We're 5 seconds in. Don't worry.
Call it a love tap.
Why do I feel like the doctors fought some Daleks in this quarry?
Oh my god!
I have a question. What are they learning there with by picking up baskets of rocks?
Mining techniques.
Geodes.
Geodes.
Okay.
Geography, geology, whatever the study of
geology.
Yeah, geology.
Algebra.
Well, the
study of meteorology, the study of rocks.
All right, so then why are there Cardassian guards with disruptor rifles walking
for the bugs? Remember he said the giant bugs.
Well, I haven't seen the bug yet, though.
Would you go out?
Listen. This is like schools today. The Bajorans are just so out of control and violent. They need to make sure that they have armed guards on standby.
Why else would you hit a poor Bajoran who's there just like picking up rocks in this quarry where the doctor fights Daleks?
Could be bugs. It could be a love tap. Term of endearment.
That's true. All right.
Listen, when I played football,
or greeting. What's up, bro?
Well, when I played football and did a good job, I got more than a cheek slap by the coach. So I mean,
well, I think maybe that's something you should discuss with a therapist.
No, because that's just how it was just determined.
That really,
it's just how it
rethink
is.
the way you said that.
I say we
rephrase that.
Back on the highway.
Look at this. Kira and O'Brien just walking up to the job fair.
Let me pose the question to you.
Okay.
Where else would you rather learn about geodes other than a place with rock? You'll learn it on a holodeck? No.
Yes, actually you can.
It's not the same.
Of course not. On the holodeck, it would be like busty teachers teaching you how to do it because it's a holodeck program. You program it to be fun.
Some weird.
Here you just got spoonheads with disruptor rifles.
Some weird anime thing you're programming, Adam. Stop that.
Don't judge me.
Don't ruin my fantasy. Shut up.
Don't judge me.
I doubt there's a Cardassian alive who could resist you.
Yeah, she's going there to learn a particular trade.
That's all.
The oldest profession, one might say. Cardassians have nose ridge fever.
We want to see the prefect. She has an appointment with him.
What would it cost me for an appointment?
Wait a minute. He seems pretty interested. It's like it's a normal
in
occurrence.
miles.
In what?
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 What? Back on the highway.
This train is so off the tracks right now.
Yes, it is.
Get back on the highway. You said he was. Who do you think he was talking to?
The beautiful woman.
Oh, I thought you meant Miles.
Let's not bring such degeneracy in here, please.
It's not like Dermy's a guest or anything.
I want to examine what I'm paying for.
Wow. Well, I guess. Well, I guess.
Oh,
paying at least.
It really is the oldest profession of the galaxy.
We've come to get you out of here.
I would like to point out really quick that I started watching Star Trek, the original series, and their phasers are pretty cool.
I would like to point out this is a very violent job fair.
Well, they started it. What do you mean violent? They started it. She punched him in the head and stole his disruptor rifle.
It's true. She did hit first.
They didn't shoot them.
She hit the armed guard at the job fair.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if the Geneva Convention was, I'm not go there. They started it. They pulled a Greedo, and now they're mad because
wow,
they're returning fire.
Revisionist.
Wow. Hold on there, cowboy.
Han shot first.
That's some heretical.
Oh dear, I messed that up. You edit
Yeah,
that
you
out.
did.
Yeah, Han did shoot first.
He walked into that one.
Well, they kind of pulled a
1977. I
Greedo.
saw it. He shot first.
They essentially try to
I
pull
have
a
a disc.
Greedo.
I have a disc on my shelf that proves he shot first.
Just get it back safely. That's all that counts.
Take us home, Chief.
Is this guy like a Vedic?
No,
Sorry?
he's a war hero.
He's a famous resistance fighter.
Surely this guy.
His actual story. This is going to be fascinating character.
We're going to learn his story.
Yeah, it's
But
fascinating.
Surely this guy isn't the one that Sisko was referencing about, like being able to unite Bajor.
No, it is. Right
Oh,
now,
no,
yeah,
he
it
is.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's Lee Nallis. He's the guy they've been going after.
Yeah.
Cardassian High Command has issued a formal apology to the people of Bajor.
Huh?
Oh, wow. Wow.
What?
We had no idea that Bajoran prisoners were still being held on Cardassia IV.
Prisoners.
Still.
From the horse's mouth.
Now, this is your hero. This is your man among men.
No, that's
shining,
Daemon.
the shining gold standard of
That's
all
Daemon.
Cardassia. What?
And Masset. Masset? Masset?
What?
Masset.
I'm what?
No, Four lights. Four lights.
That's a different. Why are we talking
He actually
about?
said there are 5 lights. Why are you talking about torturing? Why are you talking about a Cardassian torturing Jean-Luc Picard?
He wasn't, because there's 4 lights.
Oh no.
No.
You just proved You just proved Picard's point. There are
Go
4
back
lights.
and watch the episode.
There are 4 lights.
That's right. He had to say there were 5 lights.
There wasn't 5 lights. There was 4 lights.
I think he's just retreating. Let's let him. Let's let him save his dignity.
We could torture him forever. We could torture him as long as Golma said torture Jean-Luc, but let's not do that.
You know, I've read all about your battle with Golzareo.
Others enjoy talking about those days far more than I do.
Did he steal Valor? Is he a Valor thief?
That's an interesting interpretation.
He acts off like.
Yeah, I was getting that he's acting a little shifty right now. Now that could be that he's just spent 10 years in a prison camp, but there's just something about his behavior that is just starting to feel a little off.
I'm just going to say right now, you guys are a little sus based on this commentary.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Frank Langella, baby.
Who has he played in?
Who hasn't he played?
No, I know.
He's been Dracula.
No.
He's been
Skeletor.
Skeletor. I mean, dude, he's Frank Langella, dude.
Frank Langella.
No, I know. I'm trying to figure out what movie I've seen him in.
This is an outstanding early grab for this series, right?
This is also like Louise Fletcher, like we talked about last time.
Yeah.
He appears uncredited in this episode. And you know why? Because he said he wanted to do this for his kids and his grandkids.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, this is just getting an outstanding top tier actor to just can carry a scene all by himself. And so we have him for the next couple episodes, and it's great.
Would you mind if I address the crowd? You can't expect a politician to give up an opportunity like this. You go right ahead.
This interaction is so good. I love this interaction. It is so good. It is so good.
I just spent 10 years in a Cardassian labor camp.
What?
I heard job fair.
You heard job fair? Okay.
I heard job fair.
Well, you know what? Right now, I think he's disreputable, so I don't think we can trust anything he says.
Okay. Okay, but also Gul Dukat admitted that they were all.
Yeah, but I think that's just a play on words. I don't think.
Oh,
a play on words.
Yeah, I don't think.
Hold on. Let me bring up my thesaurus here. Prisoners. Let me see if the synonym is interns, unpaid interns.
This morning I was a slave.
Oh.
Night. I am a hero.
Interesting use of a word instead of intern, but.
He's been a long day, you know. He's just getting words mixed up. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bajor could use your help, and frankly, so could I.
Now!
I forgot.
Branding him like a cow.
Branding him like a cow. Yeah. Who's doing that?
Oh, I know who's doing it.
I know who's doing that.
Oh, it's those game masters from that one episode.
I am fascinated where his mind goes sometimes.
Believe me, that's me every Saturday.
I mean, it's just this would have be the easiest leap for him, and it just
he's still working on his job fairs.
Goes the other way.
I mean, the Cardassians, they're not. They don't resort to.
No, it's
who
Fractured gets it.
Fractured.
Fractured already made the
Fractured.
leap.
Would you like to make a
it's
guess?
it's the Bajoran supremacists. They just branded Quark with the circles, with the circle symbol that they've been planting all around the ship.
They were looking. They had masks on. How do you? That's a.
But they're Bajorans. This is
What better way to hide your identity?
You just got everything you wanted. Bajoran terrorists on the
Hold
ship.
on, hold
Radicals.
on.
Oh my God!
Are leaping and
wait, you're defending the Bajorans?
What's
now?
happening here?
I don't know what happened.
What's going on here? Did he trip
I
and fall
don't
in
know.
his head
Adam,
between
did we go
rates?
to the mirror universe?
Yeah,
They literally.
Wait, do you have a goatee under that respirator?
The Bajorans.
Is there a goatee under that respirator?
What the hell is going on?
Okay. All right. I'm actually going to throw a flag on the play right now. Because this whole thing with Hitman and the Circle just completely goes off the rails. I don't even know if the rails were even built and the train's just going down the highway right now. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It got crazy and it went on for 20 minutes. And you can find it yourself in a separate video that I will post later. But I really want to focus on talking about the episode, not dealing with whatever the hell was going on with Hitman at that time. Like I say, go watch it. Go watch that separate video on its own. Otherwise, please enjoy the rest of us critiquing this episode. Don't worry about the Circle for the moment.
Okay. Just I'll sit here, be censored. It's fine.
How was your date?
Father wouldn't let her go out with me because I'm not a Bajoran.
Oh, hold the phone here. Hold on.
Okay.
He was trying to date a Bajoran?
Yeah.
Oh, son, sit down. Oh, no. Like, to quote Fractured, oh, no. Black pill it. Reverse.
Oh,
U-turn. No. Oh, dear. Who's teaching this boy? He has no hope. Bajoran?
Discovered a Bajoran citizen trying to stow away on our ship.
I knew it. I knew it.
Wow, we don't know what.
You call me a shyster and disreputable because I'm a Cardassian supporter, but this guy, who I am going on record right now saying that he stole Valor. I'm watching.
Okay, well, let's. Okay.
It's more complicated.
Wait, no, wait.
than that.
Adam, let him throw his marker down.
Okay.
And I had done nothing but shoot an unarmed Cardassian in his underwear.
Just by a stroke of dumb luck, he stumbles upon this guy, and then through word of mouth, then yes, they blow it all up out of proportion.
So it's technically not stolen Valor, but it's
that's what I was going to ask. Is it really stolen Valor, or is it other people pumping him up?
He never wanted it, and he tried to stop it. And what we have here, and it's only gonna grow with this story for the next couple episodes, is a man who doesn't want what history has made him to be, but he will have a choice before him. Does he become the man they think he is, or does he shirk it?
This is a fishing story. He caught a minnow and it turned into a shark.
Well, but he didn't tell the story. The other people told the story.
Yeah, right.
That's the difference. And he says, I tried to dissuade people, but they wouldn't believe me. So everyone kept attributing every victory we won to me. Why? My opinion, because the Bajoran people needed a symbol.
Yeah,
They needed an icon.
People sometimes they need something to latch onto that's greater than themselves in order to keep the fear at bay, in order to keep the focus. And in a situation like that, where you've got an invading force that drastically outnumbers you in both the technology and strength, the idea that there's a superhero in your ranks capable of doing grandiose things and pulling defeat from the for victory from the jaws of defeat. Excuse me. It's inspiring, and like Brad said, they needed that inspiration, and
it
served
makes
them.
them want to be more than they are. That's the story.
It's what Superman's supposed to be.
Lee, Navok, you've been made the Bajoran liaison officer to Deep Space Nine. Major Kira's assigned to this post.
So what do you think so far? What's your impression of the? I mean, we've now finished season 1. We had some ups, some downs, so we are now premiering a brand new episode. What did you think of this first episode, season 2?
It was a good, intriguing first episode for sure, and then we get now. I mean, not only do we see the crew very much mingled with each other, that they're working so well, they're gelling, they know what they're doing. But now they're like you guys have been saying, they're peppering in more story elements, and now we're even getting to some of that extra little bit of drama and tension with now these Bajoran supremacists that are on the station, running amok, causing trouble here or there, and more figures in the whole power play for Bajor. So it was a good season opener for sure. Sisko still feels like he's kind of taking another bit of a back seat, not as heavy as it could be in season 1, but he was still kind of there, but not. But this was very much Kira and the Bajoran, so that made sense.
So, hey man, what was your impression of this first episode of season 2?
It's like it's like the Incredicoaster at Disneyland. It's ups, downs, sideways. It's completely just crazy. What do I think about this episode? There is, like I think I said earlier, it's a very interesting take to go after, try to elevate a freedom fighter to kind of help unite the people versus going towards a political figure or an established figure, whether it be religious or political. So that leads me to believe that maybe the people don't necessarily have enough faith in either the political, the provisional government, or the religious side of it. So they, would rather turn to this guy to, I guess, find unity. But I thought he was I thought he stole Valor, and that because the way he was acting just gave off like he did something that he didn't do, and people are giving him credit, and he's not the person that he would have been if he had that Valor. If that kind of makes sense.
Let me point this out. When you say stolen valor, to me, that implies that the person is doing it intentionally.
Right.
I agree with you in the sense of what is being attributed to him is not what he did, but do you get the impression that he doesn't really want that burden?
Right. But it also seems like he was kind of like, wow, that's a bad example. Like, I don't want to use that. Kind of like just rolled over. But to his credit or his point, maybe it was like a snowball. It just gets to the point where, like, no matter no matter your voice, everything else just kind of is louder, and you know what I mean. So, find it very interesting that nobody touched anybody's paw, like Sisko. And but I mean that in a serious way, right? Because it's like if Sisko's
there's no religious aspect, is what you mean?
Yeah.
Well. But does that mean that like the Kai or the Vedics are the only ones that can touch the ears and read the paw? Like, okay, so
that is entirely a religious thing,
right? So this guy was probably. It's just like he didn't even know who. Well, I don't know.
He's just a soldier.
It's interesting to Fracture's point that like Sisko just seems to be. If Sisko's so important, if he's the emissary, why is he? And I'm not going to say take a back seat, if you will, but maybe the middle seat of the minivan.
Okay. You know what? That's a good point. And I think this is a good point to transition to someone who might have something to say about that, Major Adam.
Okay. All right. So you want to know what I'm thinking in terms of why Sisko's doing this?
Well, because
doing that? Okay.
wait, Hitman's saying is like, well, Sisko's like the emissary, but he's not doing anything about it.
Or they're not acknowledging him, or they're not, he's not playing a major role.
Because, all right, well, there's a simple fact in that. We're dealing with the politicians who don't care that he's the emissary. Only the Vedics care that he's emissary. And right now this is, and Brad, I'm sorry for saying it like this, but it's the only way I can get my point across without heavy spoilers. Later on, Sisko will make it very clear in a certain speech to, I believe it is Kira, during a certain chain of events. I believe it's during season 3, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just because either during season 3 or season 4, either way. Maybe season 4. He's gonna make. They're talking. He's gonna say, "I worked very hard to not be the emissary in the beginning," and now we have to use hindsight in this because we're not going to get they didn't have this much written out yet. But at this point, Sisko wants nothing to do with being a religious figure because it bothers him to his very, very core because he's a Starfleet officer.
As we saw the last episode.
Yeah. It bothers him to his very core. So Sisko will do everything possible to avoid it. And in this case, he doesn't have to avoid it because now he's dealing with politicians and military. And they don't care that he's the emissary. They care that he's Starfleet. That's what they care about. That's more dangerous right now. Now, later on, the fact that he's Starfleet and the emissary is dangerous to anybody who wants power on Bajor because he becomes something greater. I mean, there are certain episodes coming down the line about him and being the emissary and all that kind of stuff. No, I'm talking about the episode that it's not titled Emissary, but it's about being the emissary.
Sisko does not want to be the emissary, but he is the emissary, and it is addressed because it is a major point of this series. He is using Lee Nallis to his advantage at this point.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
He wants the pressure taken off. He wants Bajor to be calm and nice so he can have a nice Raktajino without getting interrupted in the morning right now. That's what he wants.
He wants someone to unite the warring factions. And they can't agree on a Kai. So what do they need? They need George Washington. They need George Washington to come to the Constitutional Convention. Even though he's retired and he's gone back to Mount Vernon, he's sitting there happy. And they're like, we need you, George. You led us. You defeated the British. You led us against the British. You freed us from British oppression. We're no longer colonies. We're a country. And we need you to help us to the next step. That's what Ben Sisko is seeing Lee Nallis is. Lee Nallis is, to his knowledge, based on everything he knows, a great military hero. And he needs that hero to unite Bajor because he's still on his mission. His mission is to bring stability to Bajor so they can come into the Federation. So it's like, I need Lee Nallis to help me accomplish my mission goal, which is to bring Bajor into the Federation. Because that's what he was assigned to do in Emissary by Picard. Your job is to bring them in.
And right now, they are not Federation material.
They are not Federation material. They have Bajoran supremacists on the planet, and they run around, and no one can agree on anything. And also, it's an extremely strategic point. So the Federation needs to control this point. They need to have Bajor as part of it because they have access to the Gamma Quadrant. This is a good start to season 2, in my opinion. And honestly, it's more interesting than season 1.
Well, and I'll say this now. I was going to save it for my my Latinum on the table, but I have to believe way back when I saw this episode, it kept me watching the series because it was a good solid start. And this is what happens when you get a full season under your belt. Everybody, and we could talk about the performances here. Everybody's more comfortable in the skin of their characters this season, clearly. Very comfortable. There are no drastic changes. They've had minor character arcs at this point, but they've had them, and the actors know what they're doing. We mentioned at the start, Ira Steven Behr is starting to put his
have more
weight
control
into this whole series. So there's stability in the writer's room. There's a direction. At this point, knowing where this season is going, we now can honestly say they know their direction. They know exactly where they're going with season 2, leading into season 3. So now, this is why season 2, while still not Star Trek perfection, the storytelling is going to get ratcheted up every few episodes, and you're going to get a few high latinums out of me for season 2. Now, once we get past season 2 and beyond, I'm going to throw those 9s and 10s out there.
Oh, those
like
are
it's raining. Like it's raining.
God, you would not believe how much money we're going to throw on
making it rain. We're going to make it rain.
I honestly, although I would say that season 2 DS9 is superior to the second season of Next Gen, easily. So let's go on our Dabo table and throw some Latinum on it for this episode. The Homecoming season premiere of season 2. Fractured, how many bars of Latinum you putting on the table?
I am feeling this is a little tough because you guys say this is like a 3-parter saga
3-episode arc.
Yeah, 3-episode arc. So I'm feeling it tough to kind of throw the Latinum on the table without the complete story. But it was still a good season opener. I'm gonna go. Let's just say 7. Yeah, it just felt like, like you say, it's a 3-episode arc. So maybe my points will increase with each episode for the complete thing.
Hey man, how many bars are you gonna throw on the Dabo table?
Well, I didn't realize it was a 3, so I'll say
just judge the
6.
episode.
6.
Okay, that's fair.
I think it's a safe one for now.
Adam, how many bars you got?
I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's a solid start to the season. I can probably say, as I said earlier, way back when in the yonder years, it had to be good enough to keep me interested at this point. And I come back and watch season 2, and I'm already on the fence. I remember I was on the fence, like, okay, I'm gonna stick around. It's a solid start. Everybody's, as I said, comfortable in their characters, and we're getting to see a little more of what's going on.
So I am also going to give this episode a 7. I thought this is a solid start to the new season, and it really, for me, resets things. So this is a really good start. And I'm looking forward to the rest of this 3-episode arc. We're going to get some good stuff. We're going to see some people come back from last season.
Yep. Now begins the returning guest stars.
So, again, thank you all for watching. We'll be back next week for part 2, which I believe is called The Circle. Until then, go watch all of our links down below. You can find us throughout various live streams throughout the week. Go watch the episode itself. Otherwise, questions, comments, witticisms down below. Click all the good buttons, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.